What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I'm gonna get right into this topic. Jaylen Brown did a recent interview where he was asked to rate like the most influential basketball players, right? And so I wanna go over his list of influential basketball players. This may not be like, in no particular order, but he said Allen Iverson, he felt like was a very influential basketball player. Michael Jordan, he felt like was a very influential basketball player. Now, first, let me just go over like the reasons why he thought like Allen Iverson, he thought was very influential because the effect that Allen Iverson had on the league, like as far as like he changed the culture, with the tattoos and the braids and he just changed. He had a big impact on the culture when he played, and so that definitely was, I can agree with that. So Michael Jordan, he said Michael Jordan influence was like he changed the game, like as far as like he was more of a scorer, and he had Michael Jordan helped to globalize the game of basketball, and so I can definitely agree with that. um Jaylen Brown also brought up like Steph Curry, right? He said Steph Curry was influential in changing the game because Steph Curry, everybody know, he that with the three-pointer, he proved that you can win championships and not really be a big guard and be a small guard and have and dominate the game from behind the arc. So with the three-pointer and so I can agree with that. You know what I mean? I definitely Steph Curry changed the game. People can't deny that. Kobe Bryant, he said Kobe Bryant really changed the game when it came to like his mentality, and his dedication, like that Mamba mentality. Like people really buy into Kobe Bryant's Mamba mentality. And so Kobe, he thought was very influential in changing the game. And so, I can agree with that. Like a lot of players, and not just people, well, a lot of players adapt that mentality that Kobe had, as far as like his dedication to the game and his mentality when it came to playing basketball, right? And the fifth person that Jaylen Brown mentioned was Bill Russell. And so Bill Russell changed the game because Bill Russell was more it was more of a he was more active, he was more of an activist, and he was more conscious, during his era when it was during the civil rights era, and he had a big impact on the game as far as like being conscious and having athletes use their popularity and their notoriety to bring like awareness to the different issues as far as like racial equality and stuff like that. So Bill Russell. So the five people that he named, you can definitely you can agree with. These people really had they really had the a influence, a positive influence on the game. But a lot of people felt like, he didn't mention LeBron James at all, and they felt like, you know what I mean, like LeBron James should have been mentioned as an influential basketball player. But the fact that Jaylen Brown didn't mention LeBron James means that he don't really think that LeBron James was influential. So, do you think though that Jaylen Brown is like being, like he was being disrespectful to LeBron James, or do you think that he just don't think he had a really influence on the game? And so, from my point of view, do I think LeBron James had an influence on the game? Um, I think somewhat. I think like LeBron James, like people really like he is one of the people who made it more popular for like the load management. Like at certain points early in his career, like midway through his career, LeBron James was like, he was doing load management. He made it popular for franchise ball players to move from like one team to another team, in search of championships. But like, is that a positive influence? Like influential. So I don't think it was a diss on Jaylen Brown's. I just think Jaylen Brown was just being honest. When he was asked the question, like, who do we think were like the most influential basketball players? And I think that I don't think that LeBron James had as much influence as, like, for instance, Allen Iverson. He definitely had the impact that Michael Jordan had on the league. Um, and he's playing with Steph Curry, right? He's playing during the same era as Steph Curry, but you had like the game of basketball has changed because like I said, because of Steph Curry shooting that 3-pointer. Like, when not only at the professional level, but college is playing like that. Then you got AAU is playing like that. High school are playing the way that Steph Curry played. Like before Steph Curry came to the NBA, you never seen, people shoot as many 3-pointers or shoot from where he shoot from. So in my opinion, Steph Curry has a bigger influence, is more influential on the game of basketball than LeBron James. So, all right, then so Kobe Bryant. Now, is Kobe Bryant more influential on the game of basketball than I would say so. I would say so just because, like I said, his mentality and his approach to the game. Like, if you want to be good at anything like that, you can use Kobe Bryant as a role model, as a blueprint of like the kind of dedication that it takes for you to be not successful, not only at basketball, but at anything you put your mind to. Like Kobe Bryant was like, he was really dedicated, and even after he stopped playing basketball, he said he took that same mentality and applied it in the business field or on whatever endeavor Kobe Bryant took on. He took that same approach, that same mentality, and applied it to that. And so now Bill Russell, right? Definitely Bill Russell, LeBron James wasn't as impactful or influential as Bill Russell. Bill Russell was more socially conscious, um, and just was more influential. And so when you go down the list and you list the people that Jaylen Brown mentioned, you have to think that I mean, it seems like this list was like well thought out. And so, you can't really argue about anybody that he have on the list. And I don't think, like I said, LeBron James is a very good basketball player, but he's definitely not as influential as the people that's on Jaylen Brown's list. I don't see this list as being a slight or a diss to LeBron James. I just think that Jaylen Brown simply don't think that Jaylen Brown simply don't think that LeBron James is an influential ball player. And so I agree with him, and that's my take on it. Let me know what you think about it. Do you think that Jaylen Brown is, was is his list should include LeBron James, or do you think his list is well thought out and legitimate? With that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave a comment, man. I'm interested in knowing who do you think is influential, as a basketball player, and do you think that LeBron James' name should be on this list? Um, and yeah, with that being said, I will see you all on the next episode or the next podcast. Peace.